man. Hi man, hi man. Sorry, I need to, yes, every time I talk like this, I feel like oh babes, what do? What sacrifices have I had to make for my career, and were they worth it? I guess if I had to, I mean, instinctively I want to say none. It has all been very natural, things I want to do, things I'm willing to give up to get to the better place. But maybe the amount of time I spend with my kids, you know, the type of mom I want to be is a very involved mom, a mom that misses not a single soccer match, a mom that doesn't miss any recitals, but because of my job and the hours I work, I've had to miss out on a lot. Luckily, I've got amazing friends who will sometimes stand in my place, but time with my kids, that's what I've had to sacrifice to become Jo-anne Rainnaker. And when I see clean, clear water like this, where you can even, looks like a mirror, I always assume it's a natural spring. Then you look deeper and there's a tunnel. It's not natural. Do not drink. So we used to eat these in the kazi, but you'd have to wait for this to be yellow inside. Once this is yellow, it's good to eat. And it's not poisonous, it's good to eat. So, you see, you pick it, you hop in. If she's green, she's not ready. You need her to be yellow. And sometimes even the casing of it starts to change into like a brown. That's when you know it's ready to pick. What is the biggest risk I've ever taken? The answer has consistently been coming to Joburg in 2008 to audition for Mubango as Upearl. That was the answer. I feel like I'm about to change that answer to the things I'm going to do in 2026 will be the biggest risk of my life. I am not a business person, I'm not good with numbers, but guess what? I'm going into business. Scared as I am, what I've learned is do it scared. So I'm jumping off cliffs this entire year. She becomes her, becomes her. Is there a question I've never been asked that I wanted to be asked? You know, there's so many that come to me, especially after interviews, that I'm like, had they brought this up, I would have been able to talk about this. Can't think of one right now, but maybe if I had to pick. My dirty brain. No one's ever asked if I've ever had a wet dream. Answer is yes. And I was 12 years old. In grade 7, and it was to Ridge from The Bold and the Beautiful. Ridge, original Ridge, not Lento Mind, Ridge Forrester. That's when I knew I'm into guys. But no, I can't think of a substantial, delicious question that I wish people asked me more. I actually just wish people took the time to get to know me, stop assuming who I am. I fear nothing else but snakes. I can hold bugs in my hand, but a snake. No, please, yeah? No, please, please. Do I have a philosophy or a saying that I live by? Yes, there's a couple, actually. I'm not big on complaining. A life filled with complaining is a wasted life. As soon as you understand that life has ups and downs, then you will be a bit more forgiving of the downs, man. Everybody gets downs, everybody gets ups. But if you complain so much as if you're the only one, no, problems are not exclusive. Problems are for everyone. And then my favorite saying would be, if we praised a small God, we would be given small problems. Thirdly, what an honor it is to be tired from the work you once begged the universe for. Yeah, there'll always be tough times. Musu complain. Zoba right. Njoba kuhlezi kuba right, kusazoba right futhi. Do you know the video of the coco that's going? What keeps me motivated and helps me to keep going in tough times? My faith. To be honest with you, my faith. My faith is unshakable, unmovable. I'm slightly obsessed with my faith. It gives me comfort, man. And it's always for my good only. I'm a witness of God's grace. Like, the way I did, though end up where I am. The type of children, the type of parent I am, being the daughter of a single mom. I am God's grace walking. And it's unshakable. And my faith is not dependent on what's happening, and it's not dependent on the next person. It's just me and my God. We have a very personal relationship. I talk to him like one of my boys. And you should make God a friend, not like this authoritative position where now you feel like you have to be some sort of way to come to him. So I present myself to him, and it's his love for me, honestly, that has taught me how to love myself. I'm just trying to love myself just this much more than he loves me, which I think is impossible, but I'll try. I'll try till I die. Yeah, that's it. God. Okay, I think I'm going too far. Path is gonna be straight, and then it's looping towards that way again. Yes? No? Hey guys, come on. Use my wisdom. Wow, okay. On a very surface level, needles, the dark. But on a real level, not living up to my full potential. I have a very strong feeling that I was placed on this earth to be of comfort, to bring joy, to make better, to heal. And I feel like if I leave this earth having not done that, I would have disappointed my Lord, my Creator, and I would not have done what I was placed to do here. So I follow my instincts aka God. If I'm called somewhere, I go. I don't doubt it. That's my biggest fear, not living up to my potential. What has been one of my lowest points, and how did I get through it? Whew. Lowest. Anyone else would probably say 2025 was one of my lowest points, dips throughout the year. But no, like as harsh as life was in 2025, I also was surrounded by blessings. I think God knew that the year was going to be so hard, so he surrounded me with blessings. So if I had to say, it would be when my relationship to my baby daddy ended. We had been together 10 years, we had 2 kids, we had a house, you know, plans and future things. And when he just kept the infidelity, I literally thought there was, like, what is wrong with me? You know, that this man can't just choose me and just be loyal and faithful to me. Like, could I be more like that girl? Could I be more like that girl? You know, the tricks that we play. So yeah, that's when I was at my lowest, like self-confidence, self-image, like my self-love. It was very much dependent on the next person. And that's when I learned, nah, all that stuff starts and ends with you. Soon after that time, I feel like I was happy, my life opened up, opportunities came knocking. I've never been so busy. I feel like after my breakup is when I started building the Joanne name and becoming an individual. Yeah, and deciding what kind of person I want to be. The end of that relationship, that was a low point. I can hear the waterfall. I'm getting excited. Ah, yes, please. I can smell the fish. Can you smell the fish? Kind of smells like the ocean a little. Thing is, if I come here with my kids, they're gonna want to get in here. How do I stop them? They're gonna want to get in. This is a great home for the fish of the place. Nice. Devo esanje somusa giyagcina. How do I deal with moments of self-doubt and insecurity? Hey, that's gonna be part of our lives, honestly, for the rest of our lives, because it comes and goes. Growing up, I was very insecure in what I looked like. Like, I always say if I wasn't seeing myself in a mirror, I'd be very insecure. In a room filled with pretty girls, I would be sitting there believing I'm the least good-looking one in that room. Because I never connected with what I look like. You know, my whole family's brown skin, afro, and that's what my version of beauty was, not what I have, because it was like unlike anyone else. And then I had to realize this is the one body you have. You're gonna have to love it, get on board. So I can't say I've connected to her, but I've accepted her and now I'm using her in my favor. But it's the internal dialogue. Change it. Say, change the dialogue. It's what you tell yourself that becomes true. Look at that. I mean, come on now. If I could redo one moment in my life, would I? Is there? Yes, definitely. I definitely would have taken school a whole lot more seriously. Because I knew from grade 8 that I was going to be an actor, and I was dead set on that, I then didn't take subjects I deemed unnecessary to the art, to the career. I didn't take them seriously. I will say also, the changing of teachers can make and break a subject. So my first accounting teacher was amazing. Second accounting teacher was a genius and taught as if she's teaching other geniuses. So I didn't get anything. I stopped trying. So if you look at my matric report, it's drama, A, distinction, accounting, 19, like other subjects, 50 what. Like, had I known what I know now, I would have done much better in school, because now I'd be, as I'm going into business, I'd have the skills, the necessary skills. Right now, I'm going into business with no skills, and that's why it's scary. So yeah, done better in school. I did not take school seriously. I was gonna be famous. Yeah, Joanne. Hey. Towards the end of Mubango, I was getting frustrated and ready to leave, so it was seeping into my behavior, right? And I wasn't being the most respectful. And in one of the workshops, I blurted out something I thought, but I said it out loud to Ubab Dumandlovu, who is my elder in every sense of the word and my boss at the time. And then Cindy Dlatu called me to the side and said, "What's wrong with you? I've never known you to behave like this." And I'm trying to tell her all the frustrations, and she's like, "Listen, I hear all of that, but it doesn't change that he's your elder." So till that day, from that day, no matter how I feel, no matter how angry I am, if you're older than me, I will still respect you. So respect your elders, no matter how they behave. They were once kids too. Everybody's just trying to do what they can with what they have. That's what I learned. Woo, kwashisa. She do her own stunts, yo. What do you expect? Have I changed as a person since I started? Yes and no. There are essential parts that make me me that have never changed. Like people that meet me from high school back home, they always say, "Oh, how can I change? Usapeta namanje. So yes, the essential parts, my sense of humor, my generosity, my heart, those things haven't changed, but I have grown. I have grown. I'm doing things now that the 18-year-old me would slap me across the face for doing, like being single 3 years, celibacy, not drinking alcohol. My younger self would be like, what has happened to us? We grow up into a boring old lady. No, we're not boring. We've grown though. And I think it's important, you know. Check yourself and what you're doing since what is a bad habit that you have kept up for 10 years. Time to stop. I'm not saying stop the habit, maybe even replace the habit, but change, mtaka baba. Yeah, I've changed, yes, but I've also remained the quintessential Joanne. Yeah. Another bridge. I think I touched on it a little earlier when you were saying what would be my biggest disappointment or my biggest fear. Yes, I think that was it. I truly believe I was made to make better. In every sense of that word, whether it be ukuvuselela umuntu spiritually, whether it be to cleanse the outside so that the inside feels good, whether it be listening, offering advice, being there with my physical presence. I love that when I leave people, they feel happier than when they were when I arrived. And that's my mission. I don't care if I'm remembered for my acting skills. I don't necessarily care if I'm remembered as a mom. For my kids, sure. But for the world, that I made it better. That's it. How do I define success? I don't know. I don't know yet because I'm not successful yet. I'm on the path, I'm on the driveway to it, but I'm not there yet. I think ask me this question in 3 more years, I might have a better answer. Right now, I'll let you know when I get there. I don't know what success, what my definition of success is or will be. All I know is I'm chasing it. Hi. What values or principles matter to me the most? Kindness, being kind, generosity, loyalty. Those are the principles I think are the most important. That's what I try to instill in my children. Be kind, but don't expect kindness from everyone because not everyone is raised by the same person. Be generous, but don't give away what's in the cup. The cup overfloweth, everything that's inside is for you. Only the overflow is to be shared. And be loyal. Loyalty is everything, you know. I don't have a big group, but I know my group would go to the ends of the earth for me. And I'm okay with that. And I would do the same for them. So find your small group and be loyal to them. Yeah. These two
Maybe
animals.
I'm mixing them up too.
With the short feet. The feet kind of give duck, but the rest of the body is very elegant. The best piece of advice I have ever received. It's a few throughout my life. The first piece was from Usis Pumzile. She said, never be afraid to be a party pooper. Be a proud party pooper. Poop all over that party. So it's never been an issue for me to say no and leave, the cool things or where everybody's going. If I don't feel like going, I don't go. And then it was Hlonipha Bantu Abadala by Usis Cindy. And the rules of work, arrive on time, know your lines, and be directable. And very lastly, it's an advice that I'm kind of building for myself as I get older. Happiness is a choice, and I choose it daily. Was there a defining moment in my journey that changed me? I'm pretty sure there's been many. I don't know about change me. Oh, yeah. With every relationship that I've entered and exited, I've learned not to immediately put people on a pedestal. That was my big mistake growing up. Like, if I met somebody and I like you, there's nothing wrong you could do. There's nothing wrong you can say. When people are saying bad things about you, not knowing that they are not seeing you with the same eyes I'm seeing you. They're actually seeing you with real eyes. So now, in my older age, I take the time to get to know umuntu and let them be flawed, and don't try and immediately start fixing someone and try to make them better. Just first stand back and look and make your choices. And then it'll inform you where to place that person. Higher, lower, mid, not at all. Yeah, I've learned that quite brutally in life. I used to, I always thought people had the same mind as me. Like, he won't do that because I wouldn't. He wouldn't say that because I wouldn't. Nah, that's just me. They are not like that. Almost towards the end of the mountain. Please, Lord, you have been faithful. Thank you. Ah, I see rocks, which means, hey, waterfall! I think there's a way to get in over there. There's a way over there. Yay! Oh my God! Oh my God!